Well, let's stay with this story. Jean-Baptiste Gallopin is a sociologist and political analyst who researches Sudan and was in Khartoum just a few weeks ago. He joins us now from Berlin. First of all, can I just ask what you make of these recent developments in Sudan?
Well, I think the crackdown that has happened since it's Monday and the massacre that has occurred on Monday send a very strong signal. It says that the military council understands that it cannot rule by consent and therefore it has to rule through force. And this is a very dangerous escalation because it's killing the political process. There's no prospect now of negotiations, good faith negotiations between the TMC and the opposition for a peaceful transfer of power to civilians. And now we are going ahead of more violence.
Now, Jean-Baptiste Gallopin, we've seen this play before. Violent suppression of peaceful demonstrations, closure of media outlets, and so on and so forth. Given the examples that we have seen in other countries in Africa, do you think it's now over for the protesters?
Well, I think we're actually back to a situation that prevailed before the beginning of the sit-in on the 6th of April, in which demonstrators were trying to wear off the security forces by protesting in neighborhoods across the country and across Khartoum. And they were being repressed very heavily. And the way the situation was unlocked was when demonstrators succeeded in gathering a critical mass at the sit-in, forcing the regime to split. And I think there is today a serious chance that we could see some people moving from within the military and security apparatus, because prior to this crackdown, there was already a lot of discontent among junior officers from the military, many of whom disapproved of the military council's decision to cling on power. And they also were resentful of the rise to power of the rapid support forces, this paramilitary militia, which they consider, rightly so, to be mostly a tribal militia and not a proper military force. So I think now that the negotiations are really dead in the water, there is a significant chance that we could see some people move against the TMC, and that could have very dramatic consequences for the country and could end in a civil war.
OK. Jean-Baptiste Gallopin, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and analysis with us here on Al Jazeera.